We found something. A chance, maybe.
Thanos used the stones again. So let's get them. Use them to bring everyone back.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
In 10 days,
We have a chance to take it all back. It's not about how much we lost. It's about how much we have left.
Who hasn't been to space? You better not throw up on my ship.
We are getting the whole team, yeah?
Yeah. Hang on!
I like this one.
Oh, God.
what's up, regular size man?
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion.
A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation, a hero to the world.
The beacon of hope, shining out across the stars.
I look around at us. You know what I see?
A bunch of a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The world is changing. We need heroes.
Wakanda forever!
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
We're in the endgame now.
Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep. If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Whatever it takes.
Hi everyone, it's Charlie. We only got 10 days to go before Avengers Endgame gets here. They're dropping all kinds of trailers. We got a couple of new scenes and a couple really big montages. So let's break it down. There's a new round of that IMAX ticket giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave an Avengers comment on the video. I'll name a new winner at the end of this. And because we are getting really close to the film coming out, if you do have a chance to see it early, please do not post spoilers on the videos here when we're all just talking about trailer footage and speculating about what's going on. We start with new voiceover from Black Widow. It sounds like maybe when she's gone to Tokyo to try and pick Hawkeye Ronin up to get him to come back to the team after whatever short time jump they have during the movie. There's still a lot of question about when some of these scenes happen, so we're just kind of using Black Widow's hair to chart the timeline. She says, "We think we found something, a chance." That's probably the quantum stuff that's going on later in the film when they're wearing those white quantum suits. She's probably referring to whatever that plan winds up being. There's a little more footage from that opening scene we got last week with them talking to Captain Marvel and looking at that readout of Thanos using the Infinity Gauntlet again, making that first plan to try and just go get him. Like, we'll just do this right at the beginning of the movie. It'll totally work great. What could possibly go wrong? You see the Benatar taking off into orbit. It's either from early in the film from this scene here that we keep seeing, or it's from later in the film when we see Hawkeye and Black Widow on the back, because there's a shot of Hawkeye and Black Widow on the Benatar that looks like it's happening during a totally different part of the movie than this early scene with them on the Benatar. There's a little bit of new Captain America voiceover where he says, "We've got a chance to take it all back," obviously talking about all the stuff that Thanos snapped from them, while Black Widow works the punching bag in a scene that looks just like the Captain America post-credit scene from the first Captain America film when Nick Fury was showing up to recruit him to join the Avengers, and he was just working the punching bag to death.
Trouble sleeping?
Black Widow, much later in the film, with her red hair after a bigger time jump overseeing whatever work they're doing in the Avengers base on whatever this quantum realm plan is. I think this is all tied to what they're doing with those white suits. The fact that some of the characters look older visibly like Iron Man during some shots, and the fact that Black Widow's hair gets really red just makes it seem like at some point in the film there is a really big time jump. There's a shot of Iron Man in his new Mark 85 armor and Hawkeye inside the Avengers base during a completely different scene getting ready for something. Iron Man puts his helm on and brings up an energy shield, so they're probably messing with something that's really dangerous. There's a new shot of Captain Marvel outside the Avengers base at night. It's hard to tell when this is happening during the film, if it's early or if it's happening a little bit later. Then there's the tag from that early scene that they keep showing off with Rocket and everyone on the back during the first time they go back to get Thanos. Who here has not been into space? Captain America, Black Widow, War Machine all sheepishly raise their hands. You better not throw up on my ship. There's a brand new shot of Captain Marvel flying in the same big battle scene that we saw Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America fighting Thanos in, which seems like it's happening much later in the film. But if you look at the background of this Captain Marvel shot, all the debris on the ground is the exact same as the debris behind Iron Man here. So it's confirmed that she's there. It also looks like Rocket and War Machine are there too. There's probably like a bunch of other people in the background that we just can't see based on the way they're cutting these trailers. It could be the Avengers base. It just seems like there's a building that's been blown up around them, and then there's this other shot of Rocket and War Machine inside the Avengers base while it looks like it's being blown up. There's a new scene of Iron Man talking to Captain America in their civilian clothes, which looks like it's happening much later in the film, with him asking, we're going to get the rest of the team back together, right? Like he's trying to make sure that everybody's in on whatever this new plan is that seems like it's tied to these white quantum realm suits that they use. That kind of makes it seem like they have a couple attempts early in the film that are unsuccessful, and then they really get down and kind of go their separate ways for a brief period. So maybe they do split up for a little bit during the film. There's a really badass new scene of Iron Man using his new weapons that are part of the new Mark 85 armor during this same big Thanos fight that we keep seeing that's happening later in the film. There's a new shot of Captain America from that same battle in his comic book scale armor, all from the same group of scenes, the same part of the film. There's a new shot of Rocket in his comic book uniform on the underside of something that looks like Hank Pym and Ant-Man's quantum technology. This just looks like it's part of whatever rig they construct that's part of the reason why they're wearing these white quantum suits. Anytime Rocket is wearing his blue comic book uniform, it also seems like it's happening much later in the film too. There's a brand new funny scene of Rhodey surprising Ant-Man outside the Avengers base after Ant-Man's arrived in his van screaming to get in, hey normal-sized man, just sort of making fun of him because of the last big fight they had during Civil War when he was Giant Man. There's a brand new scene of Hawkeye Ronin in the Avengers base with Rocket while he's wearing his blue comic book costume and War Machine looking like shit is getting ready to go down. Then there's the same shot of Captain America and everyone in their quantum suits, whatever it takes, putting their hands in the center. Then there's a new shot of Thanos' mothership, the Sanctuary 2, emerging from what looks like some sort of space nebula. It's hard to tell what's going on, but it does look like, because the background here is kind of purple, that this is still happening in outer space. Then they have a really big highlight reel of all the Marvel movies from Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3, which is just a montage of all the characters' really big moments up to this point. Because the movie's coming out next week, I do think there'll be a couple more TV spots, but I don't expect any really big trailers or anything like that. But if there's anything really cool or really funny that they post, I'll totally make a video about it. But if you remember the videos that I did for Infinity War when it came out last year, I did my review videos, post-credits, Easter eggs, all that stuff. I'll do the same videos for Avengers Endgame starting next week when it starts to come out. If I do get a chance to see it early, then I will post a non-spoilery review, so no worries, I won't do any spoiler stuff before the movie actually comes out. But the best advice that I could give you if you're worried about spoilers next week, just go see the movie as early as you possibly can. Go see it Thursday night if that's possible, and if you can't do that, try and go see it on Friday. I'm not planning on doing any big box office predictions or anything like that, but I do think that this movie will beat Avatar's record, definitely making more than $2 billion easily, but beyond that we'll see 2.5, 2.6. It'll be really easy to tell within the first week or so about how much money it's going to make, and make no mistake, it is going to earn all the money. It is going to be crazy. So everybody just get really excited. It's going to be awesome next week. Game of Thrones is back, and I'm doing videos for that, so I'll link that at the end of this. But congratulations to the winner from my last big Marvel giveaway, Willie Bands. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. While you wait for everything, click here for my brand new Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 2 trailer video, and click here for my last big Avengers Endgame trailer Easter egg video. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. You just gotta make it one more week for Endgame.